Good evening, folks. Dr. Freedom here with you. Time some Doctor News from in and around the universe that may or may not affect you on some strange, weird, it's just incredibly awesome level that only the stars can achieve. Yeah, like I said, it's been a bit of a dry news week. I've been taking advantage of the time. Death Moon 8 is going to be a huge segment because I'm trying to get to a point where there's going to be some more action happening. So that way, we're going to, liven things up a little bit. So, but as the story progresses, things are going to get weirder and weirder and weirder. But also, we got the BBC showcase going on, this week and whatnot. As soon as I can get some more stuff on what's going on with it and whatnot, all I got is a photo, and there was like a really brief video clip, but I couldn't really make much out of it. So I'm hopeful by tomorrow we're going to have some more stuff for what was shown, Doctor Who wise at the showcase. Let me show you real quick. Oh, yeah, that's it. This photo has been making the rounds all over the damn place of Peter Capaldi and the TARDIS and his little segment for it. So hopefully we're going to hear more and more about it later on, and I'm hoping to have a little bit more footage, and we'll show it to you tomorrow when it comes out. Okay, since I didn't have time to wait around on it tonight, and hopefully somebody did get some good footage that we can use. Oh, that's right, so I can get copyright struck for using stuff under fair use. And trust me, that whole process now on YouTube has become an absolute bend over and take it nightmare. Yeah, I'm not kidding. It's just you file a dispute. Next thing you know, well, they've refused your dispute, and guess what? There's no adjudicator. There's no way you call it. It's basically the company saying, "Oh, we agree with you to release it or not." So basically, if they say the first time you don't, and they do it again, you get a copyright strike against your channel, and you lose some of your rights that you built up time to get. But that's a whole boring thing. You're like, get to the news. Okay, let's get to the stuff. 10,000 people, almost 10,000, have signed a petition against the closure of Doctor Who's Cardiff, Doctor Who experience. And there hasn't really even been given a legitimate reason for why it's closing. There has been a story going around on some of the pages on Facebook that they're looking to move the location possibly to somewhere else in Cardiff. But the thing is, I don't know if it's some kind of dispute with the lease or what's going on. I'm still waiting to hear more info on that, okay? So, okay, and the news has displayed fans after the long-running BBC science fiction drama. Thousands who put their name to a call for a stay of execution. Bex Faraday, who set up the petition, said it would be counterintuitive to close the experience. It's been an opportunity to make Cardiff a unique and not special place, and so it does seem strange, she added. And then they go on a little bit more here and here and here. But like I said, it's really real. We talked about this a little bit earlier. Like I said, I'm still waiting to hear why are you doing it in the first place unless you couldn't get the lease on the building again. Because the lease is up, if I remember right, this year. So we're going to have to sit back, keep our eyes on this. If you want, go sign, and all that. I believe that you can reach it. No, not through here. That's the way. But keep your eye out for it. It's somewhere out there. I could have swore there was a link for it here. I'm sorry. Just a little weirded out today. I had a lot on my plate. All right. BBC to invest an extra £8.5 million in Wales TV programs. And it says right here, they're going to invest an extra £8.5 million a year in English language television programs for Wales. Now, it follows a campaign to boost spending in the area with politicians and lobbyists who are calling for an extra $30 million. Now, the BBC said the new investment was a 50% increase that would fund new drama, comedy, and entertainment programs. And it goes right here into the rest of the guying and blah, 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 and where it might go, blah, blah, blah. It gives you little estimates on here what the cost is and programs like that. Also, keep in mind that Doctor Who is, of course, unless you've been living in a cave somewhere way off the beaten track in a Stephen King novel, you would know that Doctor Who is currently being filmed at Rothlock Studios in Wales. So something you may be interested to read, give you a little update on what's going on budget-wise, and go, why couldn't you just offer Cappy some more money to stay? Oh, all right, moving on. Because they wouldn't. They wanted him gone. I'm sorry, I'll stay by that story. They wanted him gone. This is just for shits and giggles. Every single Doctor person rumored to play the new Doctor from the sublime to the ridiculous. And here's the thing. Now, keep your eyes out on the bookmakers thing, because they'll actually, hang on, when you go through this, they actually have the odds at several different places. Some they just only have one. But the scary part is Tilda Swinton is way up there at the lead. The problem is that will change. because what happened was with Peter Capaldi, they had a whole list of people like Patterson, Joseph, Ben Daniels, whatnot, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Peter Capaldi's name shot onto the list, shot right through the ranks, and then like a week before the announcement, they had to close the books on it because it was obvious someone had leaked something, because his odds just went to like 2-1 Capaldi or something like that, even less. So if you want to take a look at this article, boom, here it is, just for shits and giggles, because we're going to be talking about this weekend on the Omega Files and comparing, because I want to see whose idea of, I want to see what a person thinks the Doctor should be, what kind of person they should be, just based off, the things they're going to select this weekend. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. All right, New Titan Comics out on 22nd of February, so this is out tomorrow. Now, allegedly, I saw a thing from Gallifrey Base, no, not Gallifrey, it's Gallifrey 1, that Paul Cornell was talking about quitting writing Doctor Who. So we're going to have to keep our eye on his name, see if he pops up ever again. I really hope so, because from what I'm hearing, these guys have been having a lot of fun with these, so I hope that ain't true. Okay, and also out on the 1st of March, Kevin Scott, 9th Doctor number 10. Paul Cornell's out tomorrow, is 3rd Doctor number 5. Always keep in mind, if you want to take a look at these, boom, check it out. Look at that pretty pictures, man. Look at that lovely stuff right there, man. And it's also nice to see the 3rd Doctor getting such a heavy-duty revival, especially in this modern era. Going on how many years later? Man. All right. So here's 9th Doctor number 10 out on the March 1st. 11th Doctor 3.3 also. Once again, take a look at these. They're really nice covers. I love looking at the artwork sometimes. Wham, bam, bam. Okay, there you go. And also, if you want, you can look at the first few pages of the comic, see if you want to read it. Just give you a little idea maybe where it's going. All right, moving on. Books released this month. All right, 3 new nonfiction books are being released by Obverse Books this month. Black Archive, Scream of the Shalka. Also, we're going to have Downtime, The Lost Years of Doctor Who. And also, we're going to have Times, Mosaic, Davison, Sarah Jane, and Airmen. Now, these are all like nonfiction books telling you about different things. Like, intended as the first in the series of online drama, Scream of the Shalka was the first attempt to redefine Doctor Who for the 21st century. Produced by BBCI and written by Doctor Who novelist and later scriptwriter for the new series, Paul Cornell. And then it goes into their blah, blah, blah. Okay, Obverse Books is going to announce the publication of the first in-depth study of the so-called wilderness years, and this is for the lost years of Doctor Who, and they were talking about between 89 and 2005, when all we had was the 96 movie at that point. So that's when the show went on hiatus. And Times, Mosaic number 5, and they're going to go into, basically, now if you don't know who Aramem is, you got to listen to Big Finish. Aramem was a companion that was picked up and basically spent time with the Doctor and Perry. She came a little bit further, actually, little on in his adventures, apparently. And she was supposed to be a pharaoh and whatnot. Like, she hops in and, oh, God, why am I? Great. It'll hit me in about a half an hour, the title. I know it's something of the Scorpion, was it? Sorry about that. It's just my brain's been on overload today. Okay, Doctor Who First Complete series, or Doctor Who Complete First Series Steelbook is going to be out soon. Okay, you can, all right. It'll be released on March 20th, and this comes as a 3-disc set with beautiful new artwork. And I may get this because I had the one for when it first came out, and then I lent it to my brother. And guess what happened? I went to replay it a few months ago, and sure enough, one of the frickin' discs won't even load, that tube-faced bastard. That's right. Yeah, I got my eye on you if you're watching. You should be buying me this. Yeah. Just like my Doctor Who Season 2 that I never saw again. Yeah, see, I got my eyes on. All right, moving on. You can pre-order here. Boom, boom, boom. And also, here's a little list of what's in it. And so, like I said, it looks like, it's going to be definitely worth it. I do have a few steel-jacketed stuff in my room in there that I've stumbled on. Like, I was very lucky to find the steel-jacketed Serenity movie. It was sitting in a $5 bin. Apparently, somebody screwed up and mispriced it. And I snatched it. It was the only copy they had. Okay, Doctor Who's Day Roundup. How to Destroy a TARDIS. Now, this was a cute little thing they put up in Anglophenia. This was a video that came across this clip. Right, Clayton Hickman came across this clip of a genuine police box being demolished in 1970, and the gentleman with the sledgehammer does such a thorough job it can bring tears to a Time Lord's eyes. And yes, this is almost crying to make you watch, because the classic, police boxes were actually not made out of wood. Well, some were made out of wood, very rare. Most of them were made out of concrete and stuff like that. So watching these guys bust this up, it's like, darn, that's kind of depressing. Okay, and Sorry, but you see, you got all kinds of these. Now, this right here is a nice little video. Please be sure to watch that. Like a little behind the scenes thing, like that. I'm not sure if she was presser. I think somebody mentioned she might be a runner for the show. I gotta look that up. Very sorry. I haven't had a chance to actually watch the clip yet. Every time I go to sit down and get caught up on stuff, I start writing on Death Moon 8 because it's going to be a huge chapter. And, oh, wait a minute. Who's this in the Anglophenia Roundup this week? I don't know how that happened either. This was just my tweet of the article you just saw a little bit ago, and this was sent to me by a friend of mine online, and they know who they are, and I absolutely adore them for sending this to me, saying, "Look, I made Anglophenia Roundup," because I haven't been on this page as much as I'd like to be lately, and I was just so heartwarming to say, "Wow, look, I actually made Anglophenia." All right, moving on, and no, sorry, you'll never catch me watching the fan show. I'm sorry, it's not my bag. I'm not going to insult anybody if it is, but it just seems to me like the hostess or host or whatever you want to call this particular person is talking down on people. That's just the impression I got from people who talked to me about it. I have only watched one episode, and that was the one with Peter Capaldi on it, where he basically hijacked the show. So if you want to look at all this nifty stuff from the land of Twitterland and other things, boom, boom, boom. I'm going to have the link for this article right here for you as well. Remember, if you have not watched this program before and you've actually made it this far without falling asleep, all links will be below in the description box, so you can go take a look at the article I was discussing. Oh, yeah. Apparently earlier this week, somebody tried to troll me on Twitter. It's like, my God, I've been trolled by professionals. I like that. We're going to fat shame them in the submission. Dude, I've been fat for 40 freaking years. If you I haven't heard every single thing out there. And as I said before, I may be fat, but I can always lose weight. But in your case, you can't fix stupid. Good night.